Good afternoon and welcome to today's live. It's Monday, I think July 26th at 3 p.m. And today we're talking about getting married in Jamaica. And Jamaica is obviously close to my heart because I was born there and that's where I also had my destination wedding. So, having a wedding or, thinking about having a destination wedding in Jamaica, I think is it's a good choice for me. And also, it could be a very good choice for you. And I'm going to give you some of the reasons why you should consider having your destination wedding in Jamaica. So let me get started. So getting married in Jamaica. This was actually my wedding here in 2015 at Sandals Royal Caribbean. So we had about 100 guests, and we at a I would say outdoor beachy wedding. It was we were in the sand, but this was hard sand. So we did our ceremony and everything at Sandals Royal Caribbean. So this is one of the choices if you're looking to have your destination wedding that I thought was unique. They had a private offshore island, which is where I had my wedding. So as I said, why get married in Jamaica? For me, I think Jamaica has unforgettable locations. There's so many different locations that you can get married in Jamaica that are unique. They're different. You can find there's no two locations would I would say are the same. There are options that are not cookie cutter. There are lots of villas, lots of boutique hotels. Even within the hotels, there are different venues in the hotels that you can get married. So they have multiple locations if you're looking for a great place for you to get married. Jamaica is known for its food. We have so many different variety of food. Just the flavor of the food is different from most of the Caribbean. So it's just a lot of food option. And if you're a foodie, Jamaica could be the best place for you to go. We specialize in seafood. Jerk chicken or jerk pork is one of the favorites. So I would say there's just so many things to choose from when it comes to food in Jamaica. The culture and the people, that's what I think that's the biggest thing that makes Jamaica so uniquely different from the rest of the Caribbean. It's our culture. Embedded in our culture is a reggae music, and just the vibe of the people in Jamaica is so much different than other Caribbean islands. So I just think it gives you just a different feeling of being in the Caribbean when you're in Jamaica. Great flight options. It's one of the Caribbean island that there's so many different flight options for you to get through from the US that it is an easy destination to get to with a lot of nonstop flights getting to you from all over the US into Jamaica. Beautiful beaches. I mean, Jamaica is known for its beautiful beaches. There's so many beaches in Jamaica. The most famous is a 7-mile stretch of beach in NEGRIL, Jamaica, which is beautiful. The water is calm. It's just, beautiful place. They're just made up of beautiful beaches. So it's just a matter of what type of beach you're looking for. The variety of resorts to choose from. Also, I would say Jamaica has lots of resorts to choose from depending on your budget and your price point. If you want a big resort, we have that. Medium size, small, adult only, family friendly, villas, smaller boutique hotels that you could take over. So I just think the options of picking Jamaica and trying to find that location that suits you, you can definitely find it if you're looking to get married in Jamaica. What are the requirements for getting married in Jamaica? Jamaica also is, to me, one of the best islands to get married if you're having a legal wedding. Once you send in all the required documentation, you can get married within 24 hours of being on island. So that's different from Mexico and different from DR. Most time you have to be in those countries 2 to 3 business days before you can get married. So the required documentations are proof of citizenship, which is a certified copy of your birth certificate. If you are under 18, then you need written parents' consent. If you were previously married, proof of divorce, original, certificate of divorce. And if you are widowed, a copy of the death certificate, certified copy. So once you have that and you send all this information to the resort or, to the island where you're getting married and you get all the documents in 6 weeks to 3 months before you get married. Once you send the required documentation, the resort have time to process that for you. So when you arrive on island, you can get married right away. So to me, just having a legal wedding is very easy in Jamaica. And once you have the required document, and you can get married, as I said, within 24 hours of being on island. What are the current travel protocols of getting married in Jamaica? Right now, for Jamaica, you need to fill out a travel authorization form. You need to do this within 7 days of travel. So within 7 days of you going to Jamaica, you need to fill out the travel authorization form and get an approval. Once you get that approval, you save the approval and you print one out. I always like to print it out and just take it with me when I get to the airport. You also need a negative COVID test within 3 days of travel. So if you're going to Jamaica on a Wednesday, you need to take that COVID test by Monday so you can get the results and have that also with you when you go to the airport. If you're 12 or older, it's required to have a PCR test, a negative PCR test before you can enter Jamaica. So as I would say, the tip would here, print all these documents, these 2 documents, and bring them with you when you get to the airport, because they will check them before you get on flight. US requires that you have a negative COVID test before you can return to the US within 72 hours of travel. So once you get on island and you're going to return back to the US, you need to get a COVID test within 72 hours or 3 days of returning back to the US. So this is the beautiful island of Jamaica. It's made up of so many different parts. The main areas I would say would be right here in Montego Bay, which is where the main airport is. This is where most people that are flying into Jamaica would fly into the main airport here in Montego Bay. So Montego Bay to me is the main hub, and there's lots of resorts around the Montego Bay area. Because a lot of people choose Montego Bay area because of the ease of getting from the airport to the hotel. Most hotels are within 15 to 30 minutes of the airport. So it's, once you get off the plane after a 3-4 hour flight, you want to get to someplace close. People tend to pick airports closer to Montego Bay. If you move along here, we're down here in NEGRIL. That is also another great location to have weddings. So, but that's like an hour and 15 minutes away from the airport. So when you're choosing location, you always want to figure how far are my locations away from the airport and how long would my guests take once they get off the plane to get to the hotel. If you go a little bit over to my right hand side, I guess, we're in Ocho Rios, which is also another hot spot of where people tend to want to visit when they visit Jamaica. So the 3 main locations for Jamaica would be Montego Bay. To me is the main area. NEGRIL is the hip strip that's off. That's where a lot of people like to go because they have the 7 Mile Beach. They have a nice beach area. It has the best sunset on island. And then Ocho Rios is famous for the Duns River Fall. It's famous for a few other things. So, but going to Ocho Rios or booking resorts in Ocho Rios is like an hour and 20 minutes away from the airport. So that's something to consider when you're booking different resorts in Jamaica. Down here is Kingston, which is the capital of Jamaica. And there's an airport here in Kingston. And for people who are booking hotels in Ocho Rios, that could be another option, is flying into Kingston. And some hotels like Moon Palace do provide transfer from the Kingston airport to their resort in Ocho Rios, because it's also a short distance from the air, a shorter distance, and they can provide transfer, but not all resorts do that. So just things to remember when you're looking for a place in Jamaica. Where is the best place for you to have your wedding? And you need to look at the distance from the airport to the various locations within Jamaica. So Montego Bay, I say Montego Bay is it's where the main airport is located, MBJ. So if you're flying into Jamaica, most likely you're going to fly into the MBJ airport. And as I said, the reason why a lot of people stay within this area, because most of the resorts are very close to the airport. They're 10 to 30 minutes away from the airport. And there's lots of activities and tours for you to do while you're in Montego Bay. And I have a picture here of Rose Hall Great House. This is a famous place that a lot of people like to get married at. So if you don't want to get married at a resort, this is a location that you can choose to get married that's available to you in Montego Bay. What are the, most of the popular resorts, I would say, in the Montego Bay area are Sandals Montego Bay, which is like 10 minutes from the airport, Sandals Royal Caribbean, Royalton Blue Waters, and Blue Waters and White Sands. These are two resorts in one. One's a little bit more luxury than the other, I would say. Hyatt Zilara and Ziva. Hyatt Zilara being the adult only side of the resort, and Hyatt Ziva meaning the family friendly. But both these two resorts sits on the same property, so this would be a great option to do a wedding if it's multi-generational and you have people come in, and there's some people who don't want to be around kids, so you can book them in the adult sides and you can book the rest of the family in the Ziva side. And they're, as I said, these resorts are side by side, so you can just walk across to the other one. Hilton Rose Hall is a good choice also. It's a nice resort close to the airport. And Iberostar also is a good choice because it has 3 different sections. So depending on your budget, Iberostar could be a good options for you, because you can tailor your resort to your budget, and they have 3 different budget level, so you can pick which one matches what you're looking for. Negril. So Negril is famous for, I would say they have the most beautiful sunset on the island. So if you're looking to see beautiful sunset, Negril is a place to be. It's famous for a 7 Mile beach. If you look along this stretch, this is where the 7 miles of beach is, and these are the names of all the hotels and different things that are stretched out against the 7 Mile beach. So if you're looking for someplace in particular, you can look here and find where resorts are located. So, and with Negril, the good thing about Negril is that there are a lot of boutique hotels. So if you're looking for non-cookie cutter hotels, this is where you would first look to find those. You know, there's hotels here that are right on the cliff, so it gives you really nice views. There's some that are treehouse type hotels, so you know it's like you're sleeping in a treehouse. There's large resort like the Sandals Resort is there in Negril, but Negril just offers so many diversity that you know it's really up to you what you're looking for. So Negril is definitely a great option if you're looking to look for smaller boutique hotel, as well as large hotels are available in Negril. These are 2 resorts that I pointed out for Negril. The first one is Negril Palms, and I really put this one on there because it's a 21 room hotel that sits right on the beach on the 7 Mile beach. And if you see this pool, you can see the pool and you can see the beach at the same time. So this resort is smack right on the beach, and it's 21 rooms. So if you're looking to do a takeover, a small intimate wedding, and if you could buy out this resort, this would be a great option for you to have something that's different, that's just unique to you. It would be you and your guests on resort and taking over that resort. Rock House property is also a good one. It's really on a cliff, so it's very rocky, but the scenes are beautiful. The hotel is unique, and there's only 34 rooms. So these to me are 2 great choices if you're looking for hotels that are not cookie cutter and that offer something unique. You know, you can look into the Negril side of Jamaica because they do offer a vast variety of boutique hotels. That would be great if you want to have an intimate wedding, or they have also locations that you can actually have your wedding if you don't want to do it at a resort. So that's something to think about, you know, when you're looking for places to have your wedding. And these are the main, I guess, big resorts that are in the Negril area. You have Sandals Negril, which is adult only. You have Beaches Negril. So what's good about this is if your wedding is at Sandals, you can have guests staying at Beaches Negril, and they will allow the kids to go to Sandals to participate in the wedding, because the resorts are close and they're related. So they'll allow you there to actually have kids come to your wedding. You have Azul Beach Sensatori, which is part of the Charisma brand, and you have a couple of Riu hotels also within Negril area. And we have Royalton, so it's 3 resorts in one. You have Royalton, you have Hideaway, which is adults only, and you have Grand Lido. This is for people, it's a smaller boutique hotel that's within the Royalton brand, but it's I would say it's sectioned off from the rest of the other 2 resorts. Unless you're staying at the Grand Lido, you cannot go over there. They're more open to, if you want to be in the buff, this is a great place. It's a smaller boutique resort, but it offers very luxurious services, and you're allowed to, you know, let it all hang out if that's something you want to do. We also have 2 couples resort, Couples Negril, Couples Swept Away. That's also, the name says couples, so it's adults only. and they're both in NEGRIL, and they're really nice resort if you're looking to have an adult only wedding. And the locations, as I said, is right on the 7 Mile Beach. You can't really go wrong. Ultra Rios. So Ultra Rios is the next session that you can think about when you're looking for different locations to have your wedding. And they're known for a couple of things, and of course Ultra Rios is known for Dunn's River Falls. I put in here Jamaica bobsled because it's just something you need to experience while you're in Jamaica. They also have the Dolphin Cove where you can swim with a dolphin, and they have Canoka Falls and Park. And a lot of people are actually having their wedding at Canoka Falls and having guests just stay at nearby hotel. So that is something to think about if you want to do your wedding and you don't want to do it in a resort. Canoka Falls is a great option for you to have your wedding. If you're looking to do it outdoors with waterfalls, this could be a good option for you. Resorts in Ultra Rios. So we have Moon Palace in Ultra Rios, which is, as I said, they offer you transfer if you fly into either Montego Bay Airport or to the Kingston Airport. We have Sandals Ochi, which is adult only, and Beaches Ochi. So these two can almost work the same way. If you're having a wedding at Sandals Ochi, but you have family, kids that are staying at Beaches Ochi, they can actually attend your wedding. You just have to get manager's approval to see if that's okay. But that's an option if you want to do it at Sandals, but you have some family members that have kids that are going to be attending. You have Rio Ochi, and you have two couples resort within the Ultra Rios area. There's not a lot of, to me, resort to choose from in the Ultra Rios area, but it is a good option because especially Moon Palace. When you step on a Moon Palace, you can step right out into town. You can go to the craft market. So it's very accessible by foot that you can walk around and do things. Sandals, Ochi, and Beach is not the same kind of feeling that when you walk out, you really are not seeing anything. But Moon Palace is situated like right in the middle of Ultra Rios. It's close to a lot of the attractions. So that is a great option, and it's a family-friendly resort. Activities to do in Jamaica. So as I said, Kingston down here is the capital. You're going to fly in over here in Montego Bay. In Montego Bay here. But around there, around that area, there's lots to do. There's Martha Brae's rafting, which is close to Montego Bay. Glistening waters, and I've done that tour. I really like it. It's a night tour. You go into the water, and there is what do you call it? There's little creatures in there that when you move it lights up, so it's really like a glow in the dark show, which is really nice. If you're going to Ultra Rios, as I said, there's Dunn's River Falls along with other things you can do in Ultra Rios. If you go further down the middle, there's Appleton Estate. So Appleton rum is made in Jamaica. You can actually go to the Appleton Estate and do rum tasting and just see how they make the Appleton rum. Wyatt's Fall is a nice option if you're looking to go to a different fall other than Dunn's River Fall. There's so many falls. They have Mayfield's Falls. They have Roaring River, and down here in the Grill area, there's a Blue Hole. So there's a lot of things to do while you're in Jamaica, and depending on where you are, there is so much things to choose from. The one thing I would stress is that if you're coming to Jamaica, don't do any, the first thing you need to do is book Club Mobay, because when you enter Jamaica, you want to enter Jamaican style. And I think Club Mobay offers the best airport services in any airport I've been to. They have an arrival package, which once you get off the plane, they meet you, they expedite you through security and expedite you through customs. And they have a lounge that you can sit in, get a rum punch or a Red Stripe beer, have a snack before you go on your transfer to your hotel. Also, they have a departure service, so you can buy both. Departure services, when you check into your airline, you get your ticket from Club Mobay, and you get expedited through security. And then once you're through security, you can go to their airport lounge where you can sit, have a drink, free, they have Wi-Fi available and food, and you can sit there and wait for your flight to depart. So to me, it's a great service to do to enhance your vacation if you're going to Jamaica. One of the most famous activity is Rick's Cafe, and Rick's Cafe is in NEGRIL. And I said NEGRIL is famous for its sunset, and this is the reason why. Most people come to Rick's Cafe to see the beautiful sunset. They have the best sunset on island. People also like to jump off the cliff, and this is one of the places they come to dive and do cliff cliff diving off the cliffs here at Rick's Cafe. Also, Rick's Cafe is good. You can come and have food. They also have live reggae bands most days, and it's just the atmosphere is just really nice. So this is like something that if you're in the Negril area, you should definitely pay a visit to Rick's Cafe because it's just something to do while you're in Jamaica. Other activity have Blue Hole. Duns River Falls is famous, but there's other falls that you can see while you're there, and Blue Hole is one of them. They have dune buggies you can do, and of course Jamaica is famous for its food and its red stripe bear and its jerk chicken. So if you're in Jamaica, I would not leave Jamaica till you at least try the jerk chicken or jerk pork or even fish. If you're not a meat eater, there's so much options for you to choose from. So that's why I kind of like Jamaica. There's so much variety. The Yaman Adventure Park. I've done this activity, and I think this is one of the best price activity for all the things you can do while you're at this park. So at this park, there's camels, you can do camel ride. There's segways, you can do that. There's dune buggy. There's cooking classes. You even get lunch included. So you choose what activities you want to do, but they're all in the one place. And this is in the Montego Bay area. So, if you're looking for like a group activity that, people don't have to all do the same thing, but this is a great option that people can do Segway. They can do this. They can do cooking classes all in one location without trying to, go to different locations to do different things. So I really recommend this as a great tour. And of course, if you're in Ocho-Rios, you have to go to Duns River Fall. It's the iconic Duns River Fall. You can't go to Jamaica and not go there. So to me, that's one of the best thing to do while you're in Jamaica. So this is really all I have on Jamaica. So if you have any questions specifically about getting married in Jamaica, finding the right location for you to get married, just questions on wedding packages, what do I do who do I need to contact? Please reach out to me, because Jamaica is definitely an ideal place to have a destination wedding. There's so much to do. There's so many different locations that you can consider when you're having your wedding that I think it's really a hidden gem. If you haven't, I don't know if there's anyone haven't heard about Jamaica, but if you're thinking of going there and it's too popular, you can have your wedding there without it being a cookie cutter wedding. It all depends on what your vision is and what you're looking for. There's like hidden gems within Jamaica that, you can have your wedding and it will just be one of a kind. So that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. If you want me to cover any specific topic that I haven't covered, please leave me a message also. I am trying to cover, so today I covered Jamaica. I probably will do an in-depth on Mexico, since that's the next hot place that a lot of people are going. I can cover DR also, because that is also a reasonable location if you're doing a destination wedding. And I think I've covered St. Lucia. I can cover St. Lucia again, but there's other, islands out there. There's Antigua, there's Grenada, there's Bahamas. So I'm not sure, what you guys are looking for, if you want any more specific information, but leave me a note and I can see, what I can do and try to give you more information on various countries, getting married, what to look for, what are the best locations to have your wedding. So that is all I have for you today. Have a good day, and I'll see you next week.